Planet Zoo has been rated E10 by the ESRB for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for all players aged 10 years and up. Hey folks, this is Jack. How you doing? Welcome back to the Greensborough Zoo. Zoo's doing pretty good. Let me see if there's anything that needs to be taken care of. Okay, the Komodo dragons are fighting, probably because we have too many people in them. Too many dragons. Yeah. Let's look at the roster and we'll see what we can do. Okay. Komodo dragon. There we go. Now, in the wild, these things are solitary, or at the very most have male-female pairings. But look at this. We got young adults. They're challenging Dad for supremacy. Well, we can't have that, so we're going to send them back to the wild. Okay. They seem to be doing okay. Trade it out, trade it out, trade it out. I released them to the wild. I didn't trade them. The Chinese pangolin, Rumei, is expecting babies soon. That's kind of cool. Okay. We have some maturations, and we can send these birds back to the wild too. Alenta, the little penguin. She can go back to the wild. Wimara can get released to the wild. Atasimbo, the bongo, she can go home. Aletta, the battle penguin, can get released. And that's it. So what we're doing in this episode is we are finishing the Nocturnal house by adding the Porcupines. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. Okay. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we just turn it all the way around. Boom. It's a little difficult to see. That's why I get so close. That, by the way, is music from the Conservation Pack playlist. Came with the game. I have to admit, I do like the game's music, the in-game music. All right. Make sure it lines up perfectly. Oh, we're about to have an education class over here about the palace cat, I think. Now, I'm going to be, in the interest of clarity, some of you might be going, wait a second, this is not the nocturnal house you built. Yes, I moved it. I decided it was in the wrong space, so I moved the entire nocturnal house. But it does include all the animals you've seen me add to it. The bats and the binturongs, palace cats, the raccoons. And of course, now we'll have the porcupine, the African crested porcupine. Here we go. Okay, next I need this frame here. That. We're trying to keep a consistent theming, which means the look has to be the same. So we're using the same pieces. There we go. It shouldn't be that that slow a build. It should be over pretty quickly, just because so much of this building's already put together because I was framing it, making sure everything was right and all that number. And we are using copied pieces, which, as so many veteran players will tell you, is the secret to not having a build take forever. ZHS Plays, in fact, advocates building things ahead of time, turning them into blueprints, and then using the blueprints. Now, who does that sound like? I do that all the time, right? I took the advice from him. I will not shirk from giving him credit for it. We've got an inspector arriving soon. Okay. There we go. Now this would be the porcupines. Set this up so they're covered for every month, I think. Every month, every month, every month. Okay, now let's get the work zones in, so once we get the animals in, they're not starving to death immediately. That has happened to me more than once. I will not deny it. Okay, then we need our actual animals. There we go. Oh, she's a juvenile. That's the only one I have? Huh, okay. Well, I need to get a couple more. And of course, now it's doing that thing where the second animal you adopt takes longer. Why? I don't know. But it does take longer. There we go. All right. Let's start getting this habitat out. We're in crested porcupine. There we go. That's water and food. Can we have a forage box? We have room for a forage box in here. Yes. Okay. Give them a hot water tap. I'm going to do something. Just put it right there. A melon. They do like their fruit. I got to tell you, I've watched baby porcupines eating fruit, and oh my God, it's the cutest thing on the planet. Okay, and another feeder. And we'll give them a pumpkin ball because pumpkin balls are cute. And of course, we're going to give them a jelly cake because, hey, why not? I like cake. You like cake. Everybody likes cake. The porcupines like cake. Of course, this is a vegetable cake. Very healthy. And we will give them an artificial burrow so they have someplace to sleep. All right. I'm not exactly sure what kind of ground cover they like, so let's see. Uwimana. We're not going to leave that name. This is my baby girl porcupine, and we're going to call her Bubbles. And this is Daddy. Yazid, now we're going to make him Yancey because I like that name and it starts with Y. And where's Mama? Here is Mama, Kamaria. And we're going to make her Keely. I was on a Ted Lasso trip recently and I like that name, so there we go. So, let's see about their... What do we got? Okay, too much short grass, not enough soil, not enough sand. Okay, soil. Okay, give them soil around the food resources because that's where they will go and they will walk around and kill the grass and all that number. A little bit more here, a little bit more there because of course. And we'll give them some sand around the burrow. What do we got? We got not enough sand. Okay, not enough sand. Well, let's do this for the sand. That's enough sand. Now, plants. Do they got enough plants? I want to give them a couple of plants. I mean, I understand they're plains animals, but a habitat without plants just looks wrong. So they're from Africa. And this animal, desert and grassland. Okay. biome, desert and grassland. Let's get rid of the blueprints for right now because I don't need them. A little too tall. Is there a shorter one? No, doesn't look like it. The Aleppos are too tall too. And I know the baobabs are just too big. I mean, look at this. Blackthorn bush. There we go. Candelabra tree. That's small enough. We can put one in there. Of course, century plants. We use that to give a little cover to the entrance of their burrow. They don't need it, but it would be something that an actual porcupine would do just to cover up where their burrow is. We're going to do this just to make their forage box a little more natural looking. Like that. Okay. What do you think? I think it looks good. Okay. And we are working in a little bit of a tight quarter, so African crested porcupine. That's what I was afraid of. Oh well. That way the education zones are not overlapping. Okay, one thing here. Come on. I'm going to copy the letter, put it up. Okay. A-O R C U. You don't need me to spell it to you. You know what it's going to say. It's going to say porcupines. Now I adjust. There we go. Crying out loud. Really? There we go. Yes, I'm adding a drink machine and usual stuff. There. Okay. I'm trying to get all the little details. The ones that aren't really important for the build per se, but that make the place look like it might be a real zoo. All right. We're almost finished, folks. I know I haven't been talking a lot. I'm sorry. I hope that what I've been doing has been clear. Yeah, this is looking good. I do say so myself. And, of course, I do. All right. I love it. Laying these things can be so problematic. It's like, yeah, you know where I want to put it, but you're going to drop it to the ground because, of course. All right. And no, I'm not going to bother filling in this area. You'll see why later. Not in this episode. Okay, so this is our completed Nocturnal house. Now, granted, I can't make it night, except in franchise mode. But we've got our giant Amazonian. You know what? Hold on. And this, you see this? You know why this is it? This is because it's late in the afternoon and the sun is going down over there. But you see all these walls that the sun is penetrating to put that light there? Isn't that nonsense? If this doesn't want to work, then it won't work. It looks like it might not want to work, but we'll see. Oh, for crying out loud. Now this is not the giant centipede. It's the leaf insect. Or a scorpion, okay. And yes, I actually forgot what I put in these things. And last but not least, the American bullfrog. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so all the signs are on, all the donation buckets, everything. What's left? A roof for this part right here. As it starts to rain. Okay. This is the final form of our completed Nocturnal house. Now, you might be wondering what these empty spaces are. Those were put there because I wanted it to be a rectangle. And without those empty spaces, it wouldn't be a perfect rectangle. So there we are. That's the build for the day. Thank you very much for watching. I think this place looks really good. It was worth the, 2 weeks of effort that we put into it. Got the porcupines and the palace cat. Over here we have the Full Moon Cafe, which nobody seems to be eating at, but that's okay. I like the idea of it anyway. Here we have the pangolins, and here we have the binturongs, and here we have the fruit bats, and over on the other side we have the raccoons. And then we've got bullfrogs and scorpions, and leaf insects. And what do we got over here? Centipedes? Yeah, centipede. A couple of shops. It looks good. The only thing left to do is to put the big black roof on it. I'm not going to do that in this video because it'll just take extra time. And besides, you know what it looks like. What I'm saying is, okay, I'm going to take that roof piece right there, and I'm going to put it on the entire roof of the building. And yes, this doesn't mean that the thing's going to have 2 layers of roof. But you know what? That's all right. That works too. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. In our next episode, I am going to be adding a habitat for the African leopard, which was this year's anniversary bonus album. I'm putting it right in this area here. So thank you very much, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
There's a solution, you could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble. You gotta build